All right, so what you'll probably know if you've watched any videos on my channel is that my favorite automaker is Volkswagen. I'm not saying they're the best, Toyota's the best, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so, you know, good personality can only take you so far, and that's all I'll say about Toyota. But one of the things that I love about Volkswagens is that with their compact cars, you could see a teenage girl driving it, teenage guy driving it, or an adult 40, 50-year-old man and not think anything about it. Now, with this Volkswagen Beetle, whenever I see a convertible Beetle, I do think that has a bit of a different vibe to me. But on a car like this, Volkswagen Beetle, even though this is kind of boy racer-ish, and they don't make it anymore, this is a 2015, but if I saw a 60-year-old man driving this, a teenage girl driving this, if I drove this, I don't think I would look out of place. And I just feel like their vehicles fit several different demographics, and I love that about their vehicles. They're compact cars. I think with some brands, you don't get that. This is a 5-speed, or 6-speed, so this is probably going to be an adult person. But I mean, if I saw a professor driving this, they have a bit of class about them and a bit of maturity, somewhat sophistication to where they can pass on several different age groups, socioeconomic levels. You probably won't see your local doctor driving a Beetle, but again, they're, you know, these are nice cars. Same thing with the Jetta. You know, if I saw a 40-year-old man driving this or a 20-year-old man driving this, I wouldn't be like, huh, that's odd. These are classy looking vehicles. This looks like a small sedan. It doesn't look like just some beater car that, you know, isn't going to last at all. This has an air of class and a little bit of sophistication about its looks. And so it's not overly styled, so it will mature and age well. There's contouring here. They took time to put contouring. They didn't just like cut out a computer mouse wedge and call it a compact. This vehicle does have some class about it. Electronic parking brake. I mean, these screens aren't doing too much, but this vehicle doesn't scream, you know, I'm a throwaway vehicle. You know, this is a quality compact sedan, and its footprint says that. Even looking at this vehicle, this is a 2011 Volkswagen Jetta. And obviously it looks older than this Honda Civic right here, which is like a 2022. But I would say this car looks more mature than this car. And I've seen people of all different ages drive Honda Civics. That's not a problem, but this one looks more mature, more sedan-like. And again, if I saw a 40-year-old man, 60-year-old man driving this, 60-year-old woman, it's, you know, just a classy looking German car. Not luxury, but it's not doing too much at the same time. So really, really like that about Volkswagen. All right, so lastly, I'll show you this Tiguan. And I've seen anywhere from 20-year-old woman driving a Tiguan to a 20-foot tall man driving a Tiguan. This vehicle doesn't scream immaturity, basic, throwaway. It does have some class to it and a little bit of sophistication to it. So this is a 2021. But just getting into the interior, it's not overdone. You're not going to confuse this for a Rolls Royce, but this is a clean interior. You know, you have your white cream colored seats. You know, as usual, it is a little Titanic because, you know, it is a Volkswagen, but I just love the layout. It's like, I'm not trying to do too much. You know, you have electronic parking brake. This is pretty straightforward. This is always going to be timeless to me. I love just these push buttons to do things. I know this is kind of going to be a fingerprint magnet, but I like that there is some contouring, but it's not overly styled. Some might say bland, but I just love that these vehicles have such an appeal. Like, I could see, again, a grown man, and this does kind of give me Jeep Cherokee or Jeep Grand Cherokee vibes, but you know, at this point, all manufacturers are copying each other to an extent. Shout out to Volkswagen for just making compact SUVs and cars that anybody can drive. Oh yeah, and one more thing. That not only applies to looks, but to drive feel. So when you're riding in, and I'm sorry I don't have an example of a Volkswagen Golf, because that's another vehicle where you could see a teenager driving or a 50-year-old man driving. The Golf is such a timeless vehicle. Can't say enough about it. These vehicles drive well for their size, so they drive larger than they are. So there is some give in the suspension. It's not super stiff because they're short and small and low to the ground and very harsh. You can ride this as an adult and not throw your back out.